Get Danny. We need her help quick. No, Gendry. He made it back.
What happened? Where are the others? Raven. We need to send a Raven. Get the Maester. Now!
Looks like they were out there all night. None of them have toques either. I would have died instantly. Yeah, I'll wake them all up. What a predicament. He died overnight. So that means he's gonna turn too.
We have to burn his body.
Yeah. See, I know my shit.
When you killed the White Walker, almost all the dead that followed it fell.
Maybe he was the one who turned them.
We can go for the Walkers. Maybe we'll stand a chance.
There's a Raven.
Yeah, there's like one controlling different sets of groups, I guess.
It's our only chance.
Kill the Night King. I'm assuming they all go down.
There's another. Killed him.
Mm-hmm.
He turned them all.
Yup. He's the head honcho.
Careful, Beric. You lost your priest. This is your last life.
Maybe the Lord brought me here to find it.
Maybe.
All I've ever met's been a cunt. Don't see why the Lord of Light should be any different.
You can't. The most important person in the world can't fly off to the most dangerous place in the world.
This new outfit, Snow Khaleesi.
Can't win the throne if you're dead. Can't break the wheel if you're dead.
So what would you have me do?
Nothing. If you die, we're all lost.
I get that, but I'm not on board for this.
Everything.
You told me to do nothing before and I listened to you. I'm not doing nothing again.
Man, I would be freaking out if I was in their position, in their shoes.
Dumb cunt.
You just took it. Did I let them know it's okay to cross over?
Fuck.
Yeah, I should have done that. Cue Khaleesi. Here we go, folks. So crazy. They had to wait for the water to freeze just so they could fight. They like stared at each other for like 2 days. There's so many of them though. Look. Khaleesi has to arrive soon. Okay. Ooh! Oh no, who's that? Nameless wildling. I'm okay with him passing, but I feel like it's only major players left. No. He needs to have giant monster babies with Brienne. He can't die here. Oh fuck, he's actually asking for help. No. Okay. Hound, there we go. I actually thought he was done for there. It feels like Battle of the Bastards all over again. Once again, palms are sweaty, arms are heavy, mom's spaghetti, yo. Yeah, he's done. Yes! Perfect timing. I knew she was coming. I don't even care that it's predictable. It's what I wanted to see. Fucking them up. The Night King's gonna take notice though. There she is. Jump on, everybody! I'm starting to feel like something bad's about to happen here. I don't know what though. Don't kill the dragon. Ooh! That's how they're keeping him on? Better than a seatbelt. No! Fuck! Oh, it's just spraying blood too. Killed him. Just about. Yeah, he's going under. One shot. She's lost one of her children. Always those two, and he's got another one, another javelin.
No! 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 Please! No!
John went under. They're leaving him behind. They kind of have to, but... He just missed. There's no way Jon Snow is dead, though. We saw him go under, but we didn't see him actually die. Ghost. Jon Snow needs you. There he is. There he is, buddy. He made it out. He made it out. They saw him. They know he's there by himself. Hypothermia. Walkers. Night King. Choose your poison. Here they come too. Oh! I knew he was still out there. I forgot about him though. I didn't even think about him in this moment.
Uncle Benjamin.
Yup. And he didn't see him either.
Come with me.
No time.
Go!
Wow, him coming back once again. Already, he helped Bran. He's playing his part. And this is why he went back out there, was to save Jon. They got one. They actually did it.
We'll meet again, Clegane.
Fucking hope not.
I feel like they will. What a sight. Every time I see him. So cool seeing Khaleesi there now, up at the top of the wall.
It's time to go, Your Grace.
A bit longer.
Mother of Dragons. She lost one of her children there. One shot too, that's all it took. Did he already make it back? Open the gate! And he made it back pretty quick. He had the horse though. Jack is frozen stiff. She's seeing the stab wounds. Your boy's got abs. Abs for days. What's she gonna find? Oh. She's found a face.
Not what you're looking for.
She's right there too.
I have hundreds of men here at Winterfell, all loyal to me.
They're not here now.
Those faces. What are they?
The Game of Faces didn't turn out so well for the last person who asked me questions.
Tell me what they are.
I can become someone else. Speak in their voice. Live in their skin.
Her mind is like blown right now.
Become you.
Mine would be if I hadn't seen what I've seen up until this point. Arya? You don't fuck with Arya Stark. Like, I love Sansa too, but god damn, that was frightening. It's just waking up. Why can't I ever wake up and see her at my bedside?
We are going to destroy the Night King and his army.
Ooh. Now she has a proper reason to. Together.
You have no word.
Let's freaking go.
Thank you, Danny.
Danny.
All right.
Ooh. That sounds good.
Bend the knee, but they'll come to see you for what you are.
He now sees. I like that they're embracing one another. It's a powerful moment here.
I hope I deserve it.
Freaking awesome. I'm glad they didn't leave it as a cliffhanger too, not knowing whether he would live or die, because you know he's not going to die from that. If he's going to die, it's going to be like at the end of the series. Oh no! Do they now have a dragon on their side? I didn't even think of this as a possibility. Seeing them in their hoods too, do you know what they remind me of just now? If you guys have ever seen Phantasm, don't open your eye, please. And don't be blue. Don't be blue. Fuck! I knew it was gonna end there too. What a freaking episode. Beyond the Wall. Oh man. That episode was freaking crazy. I absolutely loved it. Are there people that actually are out there, people out there that don't like season 7? If you are, stand up. And just so I can push you away, I don't want to hear anything from you because I am freaking loving this season. By God. What an episode. Yeah, the last episode was a little bit slower, but it was like a setup episode. I still loved it. All these characters coming together. And now we get this episode as the penultimate episode for season 7. Whoo! I just want to be clear. Are there people out there that don't like season 7? Is this what I can expect more of this for season 8? Are people... If people don't like this, does that mean people don't like season 8 as well? Like, are they kind of one hand in hand? Because if this is like a preview of season 8, I have a feeling I'm going to love it. I might be in the minority. Maybe people don't like season 7, but yeah, I am loving it. Like I said at the start, the one comment that I did receive before is it's basically one super long blockbuster action film and nothing more. Okay. Give it to me. I love it because this was freaking great. This whole season has been fun. I've really been enjoying it. There's a lot to go over for this one. I guess I already started, but all right, guys, that was Game of Thrones Season 7, Episode 6, Beyond the Wall. And this was another great episode. This season is really, like, catch me by surprise. I honestly thought going into the season, we might have seen the best that Game of Thrones has to offer. The only thing that I actually knew about Game of Thrones Season 7 was a lot of people did say one of the episodes is one of their all-time favorites. Was this the episode? Because we still have another episode to go. The season finale. Is it going to get even more crazy? I don't know which episode people consider their favorite. It might be this one. So, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was this one. But hey, Spoils of War a couple episodes back was absolutely fantastic as well. So yeah, I don't know what the one episode everybody was praising. It might have been this one. So maybe don't let me know until I actually watch the next episode. And then once I've actually got season 7 in the books, definitely let me know the one episode that everybody praises because I can't tell which one. And that's a good sign. If I can't tell which episode is the one that is freaking the best of all episodes, then that's a good sign right there that we got a good season, that I can't even differentiate them between each other. Like a good episode from a great episode here because I'm enjoying them all. And honestly, this whole season, this whole show has been super entertaining, and I feel like it's really paying off now. If you stuck with the show up until this point, knowing the history of all these characters, I've gone over this before, knowing the history of all these characters, seeing them all come together, it means that much more, and it's just that much more entertaining, and it just hits you that much harder. I am freaking loving it, but I don't know where to start for this. I kind of already started, but the things to go over is obviously the battle, which was absolutely fantastic, and there's a lot to go over there, just that battle alone. But I think I want to start back at Winterfell because that's a little bit more of the shiesty stuff that we got going on, the conniving stuff. Like, I'm really glad that they switched between the two this episode too. Game of Thrones is always good for that, like bounce between characters, giving us a bit of everything. But I was a little bit concerned that we might just get nothing but just snow beyond the wall. But no, they did a great job going back and forth. So I do want to start in Winterfell because the stuff with Sansa and Arya and Littlefinger, as great as it was, I still didn't like it because I don't want to see the Starks fighting amongst each other. But I feel like that's just Littlefinger, like the puppet master, he's the culprit for behind it all, and he's just working his ways. Like he's kind of like setting up everything just to be knocked down by them. Like he's not the one actually like forcing the drama. He sets up all these little traps and maneuvers that he makes, and then everybody falls for it, or not. I don't even want to say fall for it because they can't help it. They just walk right into it. And it really sucks to see because I love Arya, I love Sansa, I love the Starks. So seeing them fight amongst each other, you know, Littlefinger, like he's getting his way here. I don't know what his ultimate plan, his ultimate goal is other than chaos. Like he loves chaos, and that's exactly what he created. I did like Sansa finding out a little bit more about Arya, like had the people without faces, the man without a face, that whole training that she had to go through. I am happy that she did now find out a little bit more about that, because I still feel like up until this point she didn't really get a good grasp of who exactly Arya is now, and I still don't think she really knows. Yeah, like seeing the faces was a big step, but when she actually sees Arya in action, like she had that mini like scrap, or what is it, the sparring match with Brienne, but that's not like real fighting. We're talking about real like life or death stuff. When it comes to that, I definitely want Arya to show her what she's all about, but I also want her to kind of take Sansa under her wing. So that's kind of what I thought was going to happen there. I was a little bit worried for Sansa also in that moment, in that scene, because we know Arya's a freaking killer now. Like she's so badass, but at the same time, she's not exactly who she was. Like, yeah, she's still Stark. I do feel like she's still super loyal to her family. Family is everything to her. Like, I can't wait for her to run into Jon Snow again. But it's like the exact same thing with Bran. Like, he's all about family too, but he's not the same person that he once was. So I don't even know where he's currently at. I guess he's off in the woods, like praying and just seeing visions or whatever by that tree. We didn't even see much of him, or we didn't see any of him, but I don't even mind, because I did bring that up before that, I don't know, he's not really my favorite character. He never was my favorite character, but I was always rooting for Bran in his journey, in his mission. And now that his mission's complete, at least for the time being, I don't really know what I think of Bran. But going back to Arya and Sansa, I'm glad that Arya didn't actually do anything to Sansa, but still, it was a super intense scene. Seeing her, like, when she pulled that dagger, I was a little bit scared about what she was actually going to do. Like, she backed her up there and kind of backed her into a corner. And then she was saying, like, hey, there's so many things that I could do with your face. I could experience what it's like to be the Lady of Winterfell and what it's like to wear nice clothes. But you don't really need her face to be doing that, those nice dresses. So Arya, just put on a nice dress if you want to try that out. You don't actually need her face for that. But I get the point that she was making. It was super intense, though. But Littlefinger, he's just in the back. Like, he's loving life right now. When eventually is everything going to catch up? Everything that Littlefinger has done, it's got to catch up to him to some point. There's no way that he's actually going to make it through this entire series. If he does, man, that'll piss me off. But I can't wait for his death, because he's too much of a shyster. Like, there's some moves that he's made that I've definitely enjoyed. Joffrey, for instance. But altogether, like, I don't know. I don't want to see him force the Starks to take each other out. It seems like that's kind of what he's doing right now. He's setting up a lot of things to take place, and they're kind of falling for it right now. So hopefully they come to their senses. They realize that he's the one actually responsible for a lot of stuff that we've seen go down in the show. But he loves chaos. I just want Arya to be the one to find out about the chaos, because I feel like Arya's smart enough as well. She was onto him earlier this season when she first made it back to Winterfell. She was watching him like a hawk. But I feel like she fell into his trap. Like, when she went to his room, stuck into his room, he was watching her. She has to know that he was around at that point in time, because I always feel like Arya now has eyes in the back of her skull, back of her head. But as of right now, we don't know if Arya actually knows, that Littlefinger knows, that this person knows. It's like everybody's like quadruple agents over here. That's how crazy this show is getting. But yeah, even though the drama was like, it was good drama that we're actually getting, like good television, I still don't want that drama, because I don't want to see the Starks fight amongst each other. I just hope Arya comes to her senses and eventually goes for the kill with Littlefinger, because it eventually has to come back and bite him in the ass. Please, everything comes back around in the show. I just don't know how he's made so far. I guess it just shows that's how good he actually is. But speaking, while we're still in Winterfell, on the discussion of Winterfell, before I bounce over to Jon Snow and Khaleesi and them and the battle as well, which was freaking incredible, she did receive a letter. So I guess Sansa was invited to King's Landing by Cersei which thank God she realized, like, there's no fucking way I'm stepping foot in King's Landing while Cersei is queen. Thank God for that, because I don't want her anywhere near Cersei at this point in time. But she is sending Brienne, I guess. But even Brienne was a little bit skeptical about that decision. Like, hey, she was kind of like pushing back a little bit. Like, hey, I don't know if this is the best idea, Sansa. Like, I'll do what you say, but I just want you to know I'm not fully on board with this. But she said the exact same thing that I said, or Sansa did. So I'm like, Jaime is there, so I do feel like it is a better decision to send Brienne, but she also brought up a good point that Littlefinger is still there in Winterfell. If she leaves, then there's no one really there to truly protect Sansa, because she vowed to Cat that she would protect her daughters, and if she goes, there's no one really else there to protect. Like, yeah, she has her soldiers, but she brought up a good point. Once again, do you truly trust those soldiers and their loyalty, or do you think that Littlefinger might have already got under their skin? So God basically convinced them to turn their backs. And it won't take much to convince these people, especially when it's Littlefinger and his snake tongue, because he's always slithering around, and all it takes is a few bits of coin, or a few coins, a few bits of gold, and yeah, I truly believe that he'll have these people under his finger. Littlefinger under his little finger. That's how good he is. And I hate to admit it, but he's that much of a shyster. That's why he's lived so long in this show. But going back to Brienne and Cersei and them, so I guess Brienne's going to take her place going to King's Landing. And another question I have is the Hound the one that's actually taken that, what is it called, a white or right, back to King's Landing also to prove their existence? Because if I remember correctly, the last time he was there, he actually walked out on Joffrey. So I'm pretty sure Cersei's going to remember that also. So I feel like it's pretty dangerous for the Hound to be going back to King's Landing, especially with Cersei in charge there. I don't know. Cersei's never really brought up the Hound, though. Like, I don't think she's ever sent out a bounty for him. I know they've wanted him before, though. A few soldiers, what are they, the Golden Cloaks or whatever, when they came across the Hound before, they were going to kill him or bring him back. So maybe, yeah, I think there was a bounty on his head, if I remember correctly, also. So it wasn't just Gendry that they wanted him too. So I don't know if it's the best idea for him to actually be going back. Maybe he just doesn't fucking care. I don't really know who's going to take him out once he is actually there. But with Cersei in charge, I don't know. I'm just a little bit worried for him, if I'm being honest. But that should be interesting. I don't know if that's going to go down in the season finale where they actually have that meeting amongst all these powerful people, major players, with Cersei and Khaleesi and all of them. But yeah, I think it's time to discuss the fight now, because we've gone over pretty much everything else that we saw this episode. But the fight, that's definitely something I freaking did not expect. I kind of expected it on one hand, but I did not expect it to be that good, because it kind of reminded me a bit of the Battle of the Bastards. Like I was saying, jumping into this episode, yeah, this is the penultimate episode. This is the episode 9 of season 7. So hey, show me what you got. Pretty much like Rick and Morty, show me what you got. But they definitely showed me what they got, and they had a lot. I'm not even intending to rhyme here. I'm a poet. I didn't even know it, but I definitely knew Jon Snow wouldn't die with that battle. But let's go back a little bit beforehand, because just the preview before the battle, like the calm before the storm, when they had to like wait out the ice or wait out for the water to freeze over the walkers to actually travel over for the fight to start, they basically sat there for like 2 days. And I just learned his name this episode. Before I forget it, I'm gonna actually say it. R.I.P. Thoros. He seemed pretty cool. He wasn't like a favorite character of mine or anything, but I didn't hate the guy. He seemed pretty cool. He was like the drunken master when he was telling tales with Jorah earlier on in the episode. I should have thought that. And that's why I was a little bit worried too for, fuck, I keep forgetting his name. Mr. Redbeard. I'm just gonna call him Redbeard for now. I really should know his name by now, and I feel like I didn't know his name at one point, but I don't want to say it wrong now. I don't want to look it up either, because I'm sure I'll see a spoiler. But Redbeard, Brienne's potential future lover. I was actually scared for his safety this episode too, because him telling that, basically saying like, "Hey, you know Brienne too, Brienne of Tarth." The big woman, he's like, we're going to have monster babies. They're going to be enormous. They're going to take over the world. I freaking loved the dialogue. This episode was absolutely fabulous. I loved it. So I'm just trying to think of different words, because if I keep on saying like, wow, or it was fantastic, or it was great, I got to throw in a fabulous there, because yeah, it's going to get really repetitive. But I only have so many words in my vocab to praise this show and this episode. So yeah, I'm going to try and throw a few different words I don't usually say out there. So that, everything was fabulous with the dialogue. But yeah, going back to the dialogue also, because of that, in that little talk that he had with the Hound, I was thinking that he was going to die that moment that he had when he was close to being dragged underwater. I was like, all right, because he had that talk earlier, because I do want to see him meet up with Brienne, and hey, I don't know if she actually feels the same. Like, she always gives a weird look, like, stop looking at me whenever he was looking at her before. But I want to see those two together now. I'm fully on board for that relationship, so I do want to see it happen. But because he was mentioning it this episode and bring it up, and that he had that moment close to death, I was like, fuck, we're going to lose him here, because he did have that great moment earlier. Thank God he survived. Redbeard is not dead yet, and you guys are definitely going to let me know, so I apologize for not remembering his name. So yeah, let me know once again what his name is in the comments below. But yeah, Thoros did die this episode, and it's kind of cool that they had him, it's cool but morbid, that he died overnight and not in the actual battle. It seems like more realistic because of that. They could have just kept him and then boom, first swing once the battle actually starts, they kill him off. But no, they actually killed him off beforehand, like peacefully throughout the night. And then the Hound, of course, grabs his flask there. And then on to the actual battle, which I kind of already discussed a little bit with Redbeard there, coming close to death. But when the battle actually started, or the start of the battle, what actually kicked everything off with the Hound throwing the one rock and hitting him right in the face, like knocking off a bit of his jaw. And then he just looks back, and then he throws another one. You see the rock slide across the water or the ice, the frozen lake or whatever that was. Pond, I don't even know what it would be considered, but you see a slide, and that's when they're like, he looks up, he's like, it's go time. Then he just walks across, and the Hound's like, fuck it, give me the hammer. He just goes for it too. The battle was so intense. What can I say about the fight? Like, it was so freaking good. It really reminded me of the Battle of the Bastards, also bringing me back to that. Another penultimate episode, another episode 9 for this season's episode 9. But yeah, I freaking loved it. I was kind of blown away. I got a little bit distracted for a second there, but it was, I'll see it all anyway. I'll rewatch it once I'm editing. Every time I edit something, it's basically like I'm watching something like 5 or 6 times, every single clip that I got to put in, and make sure it's not making a weird clip sound onto the next clip. So yeah, it's basically every time I edit an episode, it really does feel like I watched an episode 5 or 6 times. So if I do miss something here, don't worry guys, I will see it once again when I'm editing or in the editing process. But yeah, the fight was absolutely, what's another word? Incredible, fantastic, fabulous, remarkable. It was remarkable as well. There's another word for you. Oh man. I'm freaking crazy. When I'm talking to myself here in the camera, I got nobody else here in the room. It's like I'm losing my mind sometimes, but I freaking love it. All right, back to the show. I kind of went off course there for a little second. But then, yeah, we knew eventually the dragons would arrive. They did arrive just in the nick of time, and it was so freaking great. But then we did lose one also. I don't know which dragon it was that we did lose. It took me 7 seasons to learn Drogon, so yeah, it really sucked. It took one shot, one throw of the javelin by the Night King, and he took it out. It really sucked to see, because I was saying Mother Dragons, she basically lost one of her children there. And then when she was embracing with Jon Snow at the end of the episode too, she was letting him know, like, yeah, I basically lost a child there today, but I'm thankful that everything happened the way it did, because I now know that they exist. And I am now going to kill the Night King. Like, she now has a personal vendetta. By killing that one dragon of hers, wrong move, bud. Like, you shouldn't have done that. Now, because of that, she's going to be the one to actually take you out. Because at first I was thinking, too, right before that one dragon got taken out with the javelin, I'm like, it's going to be almost too easy with the dragons. They can just burn them all. Like, one swoop, they're all going to be killed. This whole battle, I don't know how much of a battle it's going to be. But now, I'm pretty sure that's why they added in that scene, too, of the throwing the ice, or the icicle javelin. By killing them off, it kind of let us know, no, it's not going to be that easy. All it takes is one throw, and the dragons can be taken out just like them. But now, we saw at the very end of the episode, dragging the dragon out of the water. Its dead corpse. It's now part of the dead army. Man, I really didn't want to see its eyes open up at the end there as blue. I knew it was going to happen, though, once they were dragging it out. I didn't even think that, though. Once they killed it and went underwater, I didn't even think, like, oh, there's another soldier for the dead. So when they pulled it out, that's when it hit me as well. I was like, fuck. I guess next episode, they're going to reveal that to everyone. We now have dead dragon soldiers as part of this army, as part of the show. And then, oh my god, earlier this episode, speaking of dead animals, that dead bear, that whole fight where Thoros also got bit there. I thought he was going to die in that moment also. He survived a lot just to die in the middle of the night, but that fight scene was freaking incredible too. I freaking loved it. Whew. There's incredible again, using that word, but my vocab, I'm running out. No, that was great though too. Everything this episode, obviously there's a lot of CGI that we're seeing, but I'm just so invested, like, when these fights are going on, I'm not even thinking about that. Like, oh, that's super CGI. Oh, I can tell that's fake. Like, I'm just watching, seeing it all play out. So it's so good. I don't even know what to expect for the finale now, because we have one more episode for season 7, and then we're on to the final season of the show. And there's only 6 episodes. It's an even shorter season. Oh, man, I do not want this show to end. It's so good. I love it. I don't know what else more I can say other than I'm loving season 7. Hopefully you guys are as well. Hopefully you guys are enjoying my reactions, because you guys are definitely seeing my enjoyment of it. So hopefully you guys are enjoying it too, and not just doing like, damn it, this guy's actually enjoying it. I thought he would hate on it. Damn it. I thought we were going to see some hate here. Apologies in advance. There's no hate in my heart over here. I'm loving this season, so who knows? Maybe I'm saving all the hate for the final season. But if this is, like I was saying before, if this is a preview of what to expect for the final season, sign me up. I'm on board 100%. But yeah, I think that's basically everything that I had to say. What another, I need another word, folks. Throw me a word here. Remarkable, impeccable episode that we just witnessed. I truly enjoyed it, all jokes aside. I can't wait to see how the finale plays out. On to the finale. As always, definitely let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. If you guys can like, subscribe, it really helps my channel grow. Till next time, I am out. Enjoy your day. Peace.
Well, I didn't smoke enough for you, didn't drink enough for you, wasn't full enough for you, wasn't good enough for you, damn. You play me like a yo-yo and shit. Well, I'm not the one to be yo-yoing with you.